up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. I'm back with some more boxing. Hey, before I get into it, y'all gotta listen to that new Logic and Eminem. They was killing for all my hip hop heads. M was snapping. Logic was cool too, but Eminem was snapping. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I can't play the whole song. He was killing. Hold on. He was. Hey, Eminem was killing, bro.
The facts, your shit is ass like a tailbone. When you trap these.
Hold on, I'm trying to get.
Someone else, bro. Used to get beat up by a big kid. 6 mil, big bills like a platter. And the bandana back in the fucking headband and getting a handkerchief. And I'm thinking of bringing the fucking big bills like a platypus. The caterpillars trying to get the cannabis. I'm looking for the smoke, which motherfuckers are scattering, battering everything.
He was. It was killing, bro. He said, like a caterpillar looking for cannabis. He said, looking for the smoke of the caterpillar, the battery. He's at the Vatican. He was killing. I gotta listen to it a few times, but it was killing, bro. He said something like he said like a caterpillar looking for the cannabis, the Vatican. Looking for the smoke and the battery, and anybody who's scattering that. He was killing. Check it out. It's called Logic featuring Eminem, called Homicide. They just dropped it right now. Check it out. That man said chicka 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 like Hova. No, he said like Jay-Z, the jig is up. He said he was killing, bro. I gotta listen to it a couple times to hear exactly what he said. He said something like, he was like jigga 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 like Jay-Z, the jig is up for you fuckers that didn't write anything. He says, you look at getting washed up like bathing, young Hova. I know hitters like Yankees. And then he started going to a whole scheme about A-Rod and shit. He said, gun told us to pull triggers like crazy, unload and leave you slumped in the Rover. That man was gassing on that. See, the thing with the new rap though, is it's over people's head. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't like Molly, Perks, let it twerk, you know what I'm saying? They be acting like they can't keep up with the shit. See, part of what was raw to me about hip hop was hearing Meth or, you know, whoever, Biggie, say some shit and you had to rewind it. And like, oh shit, run that back. That shit was dope, you know, or Jay-Z or whatever. These dudes don't say nothing worth rewinding nowadays. These new cats that just came out. Yo, I just bought this. This shit is dope. It's for like coordination and stress. I'm not even stressed, but I like fidgeting with it when I do live. You know what I'm saying? It's for strength, coordination. This is cool. I like this when I'm doing my live streams. Hold on 1 second, yo. Hit me up talking about the verse and giving his opinion. can't call who's gonna win. Yeah, it's a good fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it's fair, even Steven, fair referees, stuff like that. Canelo looks in killer shape. Canelo looks to be in crazy shape. So that's good. That's dope. Man, YouTube is playing with these fucking notifications, bro. I'm about to get off here. Yeah, Canelo, he looks like he's in crazy shape, bro. If Jacobs is smart, he got to jab him and circle Canelo instead of backing up. Yeah, Canelo's a good counterpuncher. He's going to have to do a lot of things. He's going to have to mix it up. He's going to have to impress the judges. He's going to have to land something and get some respect early. Because Rocky Fielding got his ass tore up. And I'm not comparing Jacobs to Fielding, but that Rocky Fielding shit was embarrassing, bro. Now, he just went and got tore out the frame. Like, you too big to be getting destroyed that easily. Yeah, hit the like button. Shout out to Sierra D. Yeah, they didn't notify me. I just happened to be on and saw you go live. Well, I appreciate people who just come for, just when they see the kid live. But YouTube got to fix this. This shit is annoying. You know what I'm saying? YouTube be blocking, baller blocking. Damn, what the fuck? Damn, I've been handling I've been doing the clean. I told you I'm doing like a bathroom, like redoing the bathroom. And I've been handling, I should have wore gloves. I've been handling like peroxide and alcohol and stuff. And it's like my fucking skin is like melting off. That shit crazy. My skin just falling off. Like, remember the homie from RoboCop when that toxic waste fell on him? He like, the original RoboCop. Now I got gloves too. I wasn't even thinking about that. I got a box, like a 100 pack or whatever. What do you mean updates on Golovkin and Abel? They're not working together. There's nothing really to update. Hey, no guys, pay cut. There's nothing really to update. It's not like they broke up and they getting back together, It's an interesting fight. Y'all gotta stop thinking Canelo invincible though. Y'all always do this, bro. Like there be certain fighters and y'all think Lomachenko and Golovkin and Canelo, all these people are they're not invincible. Golovkin, I've seen him hurt, whether he admits it or not. And Golovkin has been on record saying he's never been hurt, dropped. He might not have been dropped or knocked out, but he's been hurt. He can say whatever he wants, but that makes you look worse to me. If you never been dropped or stopped and you're fighting, claiming Mexican style, but failing to come forward, and when the fight's being brought to you and having no game plan and you're not being touched up or hurt, then that's foolish to me. If a person punches tickle and you're not being hurt by them, then what would be the point for you to backpedal and not like go for broke? That's just weird, So I don't believe that when people say they never been hurt. I always say that when Golovkin said that. I always told you that's not a good thing, because that's why these motherfuckers, when they get hurt, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to react and respond. They try to go out in their shield because they don't practice for it. They don't prepare for it. maybe they haven't got hurting often, but you know, that's not a good thing to me. If you're a boxer at a high level, you should have been hurt at some point, as a kid or some shit. Oh shit. I got this fan on. I was cleaning the carpet like with the machine. So the carpet, and then I use the shop vac, but it's still a little bit wet. So I got this fan on. I have this big like air blower, but it'll be too loud. You won't be able to hear me. Anyway, the carpet's still damp, so. That's probably what the background noise is. It's this fan. I just explained that kind of. Joseph Jojo Diaz on the undercard. That's it. You know, it's also weird, and I think I might know the reason, but I don't know. Canelo and Ryan Garcia, they should be. This what goes to show me that Golden Boy doesn't really have a deep bench, because in my honest opinion, DAZN being $20 a month, they should have been. They should have been making Canelo and Ryan Garcia like a package deal. Start stepping up Ryan Garcia's resume and putting him in there with better names. And then when Canelo fights, put Ryan Garcia. I have no idea why they're not utilizing that. Like, you know how Golovkin and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez were both fighting on a lot of the same cards? You know, or when Mayweather's fought, they would build up Canelo on a lot of his undercards. They should have been did that with. That's what I'm saying. DAZN just be making some weird decisions. They're just weird. It's weird to me. Like, I'm like, why you guys thinking about doing X, Y, and Z, a bunch of shit people aren't necessarily caring about. And I feel like I'm coming up with ideas that, if implemented, would be more beneficial. They need to start paying me for these ideas. But that should have been the thing. You know, like even Top Rank does that to a degree. Crawford fights, and on a couple of his undercards, at least 3, you know, they have Shakur Stevenson. That should have been the go-to. They have the same fucking trainer, and it's on the same card. And Ryan Garcia has a fan base. Canelo, you know, it's like the Golden Boys and shit. Thank you for being a friend. You know, Golden Boy A and B or something. So at least it would maybe hype up the fights. You get what I'm saying? It would hype them up bigger because Ryan got a fan base, Canelo got a fan base. You know, put them on the same card. They've done it like one time. Just that don't make no sense. I would have been did that. Shout out to Afro Rican G, $5 super chat. I told you, independent hustle. I got my Amazon package. We getting organized. It's about that time. I told you. Your boy feeling good. Yeah, there's a rehydration clause Team Canelo put in there. Yup. Shout out to Icy for elaborating for whoever was wondering. Up top, bro, Lewis is a Jamaican. Who, Lennox Lewis? These young boys can't beat me. Okay. Listen, this is what I'm talking about too. I think Canelo's a star, but this is gonna offend people. So if I offended you, good, cause I still don't give a fuck. I'm zoning off of one joint, hopped in a limo, shopping the demo. I still don't care, bro. I'm just being honest. Canelo is not the next Mayweather. He's important, he's big, but his events don't have that Mayweather fight week feeling. I'm telling you, it's different. There's a difference. I don't know if You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe because he's not speaking English as much. I don't know if it's because he doesn't trash talk. I don't know, but it does not feel like you guys have to understand. His weigh-in is tomorrow. His weigh-in is tomorrow. Like, I'd never said there's no matter who he was. I'm talking about like not when he was fighting like Gennaro Hernandez. I'm talking about since he was like pay-per-view Mayweather. His fights never felt like this, bro. Canelo's about to weigh in tomorrow for a good fight, and it feels like, you know, Sor Rungvisai versus Estrada or something. I just feel I don't know what it is. Like, he's literally weighing in tomorrow. The promotional buildup was tracked. That's what I'm saying. Like that. I told DAZN they need some help. You know what I'm saying? I told you I help anybody for a fee, but these ideas ain't bracking. Like, it just don't. Some of the stuff is not making sense. There's no reason there's a fight this good this weekend, and it don't even like. I don't know. Like I'm really starting to wonder if it's like even. I don't know. Like, I feel like Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence, Crawford Khan might even have felt more like fight weeks. And I didn't even go to Crawford Khan either. So it's not that. You want WWE? No, I don't need WWE. I need some promotion. Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence didn't have an excess of WWE. You want Don't put no words in my mouth. That's one of the easy ways. Go off of what I say. Like, who are you? Who is Roland Markland? Listen, that's not gonna work. That don't fly over here. You adding shit that telling me what I want. Who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck is Roland? You want WWE, Hulk Hogan, and I didn't say shit about WWE. And it's not just me, bro. Look, we'll do it again. Canelo versus Jacobs, in your honest opinion. You don't have to fake the funk. This is not a hot seat. 0 to 10, how well has it been promoted for you? Block Roland, you won't be here for the end of the poll. The motherfucker talking about emotional. We'll see how emotional you get when your ass get clapped. And you talk, oh, ego blocked me. My name is Roland. Yeah. Oh, shit. Bow. Yeah, we see who's emotional. Anyway, 0 to 10, 10 being the greatest. What's the promotion been like for Canelo Jacobs? 4, 5, 5, 2, a 5. Ego Promotions get a 9. Icy the one ain't playing, bro. Icy put him on ice like that. Bow. Oh, rock-a-bye, baby. 2. That's what I'm saying. I know it's not just me. And the craziest thing is I'm doing my part. You know, in between cleaning this shit. I told you I'm doing like some renovation shit. But look, go look. Like, I did a video today. I'm not mad at nothing. I'm just, you know, look. Look at a Canelo weigh-in video. 10-minute video I made. 6 hours. We already at 7,000. Look. We already at 7,000 and counting. It's really more than that because it updates on my phone before the number updates to the public. But anyway, we got like probably like 10,000 views on that video already. I just put it out 6 hours ago. So I'm promoting. Look, I told you. What did I tell you? See, the updates on my end. It already updates on my end. See, I told you I'm good with numbers. Look, you see that 10? Look. Been out 6 hours, already got 10,000 views, bro. That's what I'm telling y'all. I don't even have to go to fights. I do that as a luxury for fans and, you know, just to be out there and network and navigate. Bro, I could talk about shit from the fight. You know, I'm set up everywhere. But I'm promoting the fight. I like it. I think it's a good fight. I'm just telling you the overall aura. And I'm not even talking about the fight itself. I think the fight itself will probably deliver too. You know, I'm not instructing nobody to not watch it. I'm watching the shit for show. I'm just saying, I don't think the promotion for the magnitude of who Canelo's supposed to be and the implications for this particular fight, this is literally the best middleweight fight. Literally the best middleweight fight that we know of this year. Better than Jamal Charlo versus Brandon Adams. Definitely better than Triple G versus Bakery Rolls or whatever the fuck. You know, better than Demetrius Andrade and Selesky. You know. Hey, Mir's out of pocket, bro. DAZN is garbage, plain and simple. Hope they step it up. I mean, they should, because this is the biggest fight that they've ever done on their platform, and I feel like it's just like, it don't feel like even the, like, I don't know, maybe it's a sign of time, I don't know. Like Tevin Farmer and JoJo Diaz, they were at the fight going in. I don't feel like nobody went viral off of that, or nobody's even talking about that, and that happened on fight week. You get what I'm saying? This just feels weird, bro. Like the DAZN curse or something. It just feels weird to me. Like, who made... He said it's just me. All right. He said it's just me, and we just went through all of the people voting, and they said it was, you know, moderately promoted at best. So you're in the hot seat, Argenis Vallejos. So how is it just me when we just voted and everybody said their opinion? So you're in the hot seat. I can't wait for this. So you think this fight has been promoted stellar? Explain. We'll see how this end up. Okay, it's just me. That's fine. So you think this has been promoted great? Everybody grab your popcorn. I will not lose. Come on. We ready. You in the hot seat. So just explain. You think this has been promoted great? He said it's just me, but Von D Gaming said the hype is non-existent. Francisco making excuses. I'm just happy that we got the fight. Yeah, here it go. See, when I make a point, these dudes all just, oh, I'm just happy we're getting the fight. We're talking simple, but these dudes are so sensitive in their feelings that they can't admit what the fuck we all see. You know what I'm saying? Or provide a different outlook that you think it's been promoted stellar. And I'm waiting. Where's Vallejos at? I live right by Vallejo. Where's Vallejos? Arginine or whatever. So you feel this fight has been promoted awesome. This has been a great promotion. What happened? Coming from a Mexican, yes it has. What is okay, he said coming from a Mexican, yes it has. Okay, explain. I don't care what ethnicity you are. What does that have to do with anything? He said I already replied. Okay, being Mexican, being Chinese, that don't have nothing to do with it. I'm telling you, what did you like about the promotion? You said it has been promoted well, so please let me know. I said as Mexican point of view, yes. Stop telling me your ethnicity. That doesn't have anything. I'm asking what you liked about the promotion. You keep telling me you're where you were born at, and you know, I don't care about that. I don't care about quinceañeras. I don't care about your ethnicity. I don't care about when you graduated. None of that has anything to do with what we're talking about. What did you like about the promotion? Shooters, if he says anything that doesn't answer the question, get rid of him. We're gonna start isolating these boys. You know, we're gonna start boxing them in. So what did you like about the promotion? Let's talk details. Brother, I'm in Mexico as we speak, and the fight is free here and live. I know, that's dope. Y'all lucky. Ha ha ha. I liked everything, Ego. Y'all know what to do with that, bro. What? Ha ha ha. Yeah, okay. Shooters, that's all you. They see they refuse to answer simple questions. They refuse. This is funny. Yeah. Ha ha ha. See, always little kid games. I'm asking real, like, if there's a different perspective, that's fine. I just want to know what your perspective is. They could never listen, how can't you answer your own perspective? That is mind-boggling. You're saying it's been promoted great, and I'm saying, okay, how? Explain. Oh, ha ha ha. How can you not answer your own? That makes me believe you're lying. Because how can you not answer your own perspective of how you truly feel unless you don't truly feel that way? Like if someone said, hey, why you have Terrence Crawford #1 pound for pound? Guarantee you this, I can explain why I put him there, right? I can give you examples. I'm not going to be like, ha ha ha, I like everything. What the fuck does that mean? You know, why do you have Terrence Crawford #1 on the pound for pound? I'm Mexican. What the hell is that? These are the responses he just gave. You know, what does that have to do with I'm Mexican? Haha, I like everything. These dudes is crazy, bro. They know. That's how I know they lying, bro. If you can't validate what you're saying, then I'm considering you to be fibbing. You're telling lies. Shout out to my dude Alex Corona. You know, we're gonna pour out some Coronas for old boy who just left. We got the Corona with lime. We're gonna pour out a little taste because he couldn't make it. But shout out to you, Alex. He said, I love your show, by the way. I appreciate you. I am not in Vegas. Does this look like Vegas? You see a slot machine? But my last stream yesterday was popping. So I'm glad I didn't go. Because that, you know, I saved some money on my car insurance. Just put it that way. Brother, these cats talking out their ass. They talking out their ass like Ace Ventura. And they know it. That's why he had to say some like foolishness. Yeah, as a Mexican, yeah. What is that? I'm asking, like, the fight is about Canelo and Jacobs. That's the main event. Has it been promoted? What does your ethnicity have to do with the fight being promoted well? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if I said, do you think The Avengers was good? No one that I can imagine would say, oh yes, coming from a Mexican, The Avengers was good. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with The Avengers? What your ethnicity is? Or yeah, coming from a black, The Avengers was good. Coming from an Italian, The Avengers. Who would say some shit like that? Did you like Avengers Endgame? Yeah, coming from a Jamaican, I liked it. I liked the mom. This is my poom poom thing. Like, what? What the fuck does that have to do? Like, why would you reveal? That's how I know these dudes on clown shit. They on that goofy time, bro. Because that none of that has. Did you like Avengers Endgame? And you say, oh, yeah, coming from a Mexican. What does that have to do with, like, Iron Man? You know? What does that have to do with anything? Spider-Man? Thanos? What is your ethnicity or religion? And see, the funny thing is, when I bring up race, ethnicity, double standard, as it pertains, like slave trade, slave room, boxing, they say I'm race baiting. So Barry Hearns made the comment, they say I'm race baiting. He just randomly said, I said, you like the promotion for Canelo Jacobs? And he kept telling me the experience of him as a Mexican, and yes, I'm Mexican, and I'm the race baiter. But what did that have to do with anything? You know, or like I said, like Barry Hearns says something, I react. I'm the race baiter. Bob Arum says that Al Heyman, out of nowhere, doesn't want to work with a white promoter. No explanation, no citing sources, no examples. He just randomly said that. I don't do that. If I bring up race in boxing or how it plays a part, I give examples so you guys could paint the picture. You know what I'm saying? Or so you can see the picture painted. You know what I'm saying? I don't just say, oh yeah, black and white and this and that, and then just drop the mic. But everybody else seems to do it. But I get called, the racist or race baiter. That's why we not bothered. We not moved by none of that because we know it doesn't make sense. Smash the like button. In-game, I don't know I think you put this the other day. He said in-game was cool, but I like Infinity War better. Hell nah. You like action probably because, I think the better storyline was the new one. That special effects in the new one was raw, bro. I think it had a better story. The other one just was more action from start to finish. That's probably why you liked it. I mean, Infinity War was good too, but there was no real as much substance. This one actually had some character development, story. This motherfucker like, oh man, fuck the story. I don't give a fuck about Captain America. Fuck Steve Rogers. I don't give a fuck. I want to see someone get their head blowed off. Fuck that shield, cuz. Fuck that vibranium. Did y'all know Captain America's shield was made from vibranium from Wakanda? That's why it's like indestructible. Y'all don't know y'all comics. It's okay. Captain America has a vibranium shield, which is the material that they were trying to protect in Black Panther. Shout out to Haribo, sponsor. Man, why you bring that up? I want some Haribos now, bro. I should have bought some Haribos. No, and see, this is the thing. We live in a society where people will say you're hating, but can't tell you how you're wrong. It's so funny. Like, I think Canelo versus Jacobs is a good fight. I do. I think it will probably deliver. But in me saying that I don't think it's been promoted, they'll be, oh, you hating. You just mad. Like, I'm telling you why I feel this way. See, and this is the other thing. Old media, they don't tell you shit. All they do is say the radical shit that they say and keep it pushing. Period. I take the time to, elaborate and tell you where I'm coming from. Pretty much all times. I just feel like the promotion has been dry. Like they haven't really said much. I'm telling you, part of the problem I think is the game is changing. The game just isn't the same. It's changing. Jay's quitting. Like, the game is changing and evolving. And I think some of old media and the old tactics aren't really working anymore, but they're still being implored. That Joker movie looked kind of ass, though. I think Joaquin Phoenix is I like his brother, too, River Phoenix. He died, though. But anyway, that Joker movie didn't look. That shit look weird, bro. Like, not even in a good way. Motherfucker pulling his lips apart and hey, bro. That, I don't know. It might be good. I'm just talking about the promotion. Shout to Chop Robinson. He said, ego, old media is very emotional right now. New media on their neck. And I think that's part of it. It's like a changing of the guard, like, and they're still trying to do the same thing. And here's the other, here's the problem. Like, I'm just gonna say it. This is what Errol Spence is talking about. Like, in my opinion, Golden Boy does a much better job when it's two Hispanic fighters. More so, like, when Latino fighters are fighting, it seems to be a bigger ordeal. Like, put it this way. What do we think is a better fight? Canelo versus Julio Cesar Chavez at a catchweight, or Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs? But what do you think had better promotion and was more anticipated? What felt like more of a fight week? Canelo versus Chavez Jr. or Canelo versus Danny Jacobs? Answer that. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie to me just to lie to yourself. Be honest. What do you think felt more like a big fight? Canelo versus Chavez Jr. on Cinco de Mayo weekend, or Canelo versus Jacobs on Cinco de Mayo weekend? Chavez had his dad's clout. Nah, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. He didn't have shit from his dad, bro, because his dad wasn't the one. His dad wasn't the one fighting. Chavez Jr. lost to Fanfara, quit in that fight. He had already lost to Sergio, so people still knew it was the undisciplined Chavez, and it still felt bigger. This is a better fight, and it feels smaller. Jacobs doesn't have a fan base. Well, why is that then? So Chavez Jr., despite being undisciplined, has a fan base, but Jacobs don't have a fan base, and he's a good guy, and he arguably only has one loss, you know, depending on how you scored the Triple G fight, you know. And y'all wonder why new media is pertinent in this game right now. Chavez is more known. Look at Francisco Estrada making excuses. I just asked what felt like a bigger fight. This is a better fight. So why? Like, I don't understand that. So Canelo is a huge star, they say, and he's fighting Jacobs, and it feels smaller than Canelo versus Chavez Jr. And he was at a point in his career where people already knew he was undisciplined. I don't get it. He said, Francisco, shut up already, bro. He's, man, this dude making nothing but excuses. He said, I forgot about this fight, not seeing a lot about it. I've seen C-list fights get more push in the past. And this is my man, RTD, and he's coming. Shout out to him. But he's in the UK, so he's giving a different perspective. Yeah, Francisco making all the excuses in the world because he can't, he said it's a better fight, not bigger. Why is it not bigger then if it's the better fight? You in the hot seat. I'm tired of seeing your name. We got to get rid of you. Okay, so you're saying it's a better fight, but it's not bigger. So why won't it be bigger when Chavez Jr. had proven to be basically a fuck up and undisciplined, and Jacobs hasn't proven that, and you're admitting that it's a better fight? So I need to hear this, Francisco Estrada. Good luck. So you admit that Canelo Jacobs is a bigger fight or a better fight, but you're saying it's not bigger. Chavez has more fan base because of his dad. What does his dad have to do? His dad fought his fights. So Chavez Jr., even though he didn't do what he did, like, so Shane Mosley Jr. has Shane Mosley's fan base. That's what you're trying to tell me? So Shane Mosley Jr. from The Contender has his dad's fan base. Is that how it works? These dudes getting bodied, bro. They don't want to admit something. You hiding something. Tell me what you know. So you think Shane Mosley Jr., because his dad's a legend, has his dad's fan base. That's what you're telling me. Ego, you not getting it. Mexicans ride with Junior because of his dad. Nobody said that. So you said I'm not getting it. Why would I get something that you never said? So, okay, you're saying Mexicans ride with Chavez Jr. because of his dad, but oh boy just said the Jacobs is a better fight. I don't get it. I don't get it. So what you're telling me is you're not going to ride with the better fight. What about Golovkin? His dad ain't a fighter that I know of. Rest in peace, his pops passed. But you know what I'm saying? So why was Canelo Golovkin didn't feel like this fight? Y'all are losing me in the comment section. Canelo Golovkin, his brother's the only one that fought that I know of, and he stopped fighting a while ago. So that didn't feel like we got two hot seats. It don't matter. I'll destroy all of them I'm not getting it. You said it's because of his dad, but Canelo Triple G fight week didn't feel like this. Y'all gonna get this work in this comment section. I'm curious now. Y'all raise the antenna. Let's get it. They raise the antenna. So explain. So I said several things. Shane Mosley Jr. has his dad's fan base because his dad is a respected legend. Chavez Jr. is a big name in Mexico and had huge momentum. But I'm not talking about the viewership in Mexico. I'm talking about in America, the viewership. Strike one. I got to start getting them out of here, bro. Chavez is a big name. I'm talking about the fanfare, not in Mexico particularly, right here in America. Because I don't know I don't have a pulse. I'm not in Mexico right now. So I don't have a pulse of what's going on, right now, other than what fans tell me that are from there and that are there right now. There's a lot of Mexicans in America. Okay, we got to wrap this up. What is a better fight to you? Okay, that's cool. There's a lot of Mexicans in America. You're just talking in circles. What is a better fight? Canelo versus Chavez Jr. at a catchweight of 164.5, or Canelo versus Danny Jacobs at 168 with the rehydration clause? What is the better fight? You keep telling, both of you and the other dude keep telling me about there's a lot of Mexicans in America and Mexicans like Chavez dad. What does that have to do with the better fight? So I need to know from you, Francisco, what is a better fight? The catchweight Chavez Jr. fight or the Danny Jacobs fight at 168? We got to wrap this up. I'm not getting what you're saying. You have to talk clearly and cohesively. Danny at 168. Okay, so that's the case in point. You and the other dude both admitted Canelo versus Jacobs is the better fight. It's at the full 168. It's the better fight. Chavez didn't have no fucking belt. Chavez Jr. He had proven that he was undisciplined in the Brian Vera fights, or at least the first one. He had lost to Sergio Martinez. He had lost and quit versus Andres Fanfara, my guy from Poland, right? He didn't have a belt. It was at a catchweight. We knew he was be fucking up and shit like that. So why doesn't this fight feel bigger? This is your last opportunity because you're not helping me understand. And you kept saying all this extra shit. I don't get what you're saying. You and the other dude admitted this is the better fight. And it's actually for unification. So why wouldn't people, I don't care what people's race and ethnicity is. I want to know, why wouldn't the better fight be celebrated by everybody? Rodrigo, he said he got the answer. Man, I'm going to do a 3-way hot seat. It don't matter. Why don't you get that Chavez is more popular than Jacobs? That's all. So why? Okay, so you're saying he's more popular, but he was MIA. How is he more popular? How is he more popular? And he was proven to have discipline issues. Hey, Block Strength Badger, get him out of here. Francisco, you next. That's one. We just going through it. See, that's what I'm saying. People just be making up stats. Like Chavez Jr. is more popular based on what? It's not like Chavez Jr. was super active or anything like that and had crazy viewership. You know what I'm saying? Let me look it. I'm going to look at this up right now. Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. before he fought Canelo. All right, he fought Canelo. All right, he fought Canelo Cinco de Mayo weekend 2017. He hadn't fought since December of the previous year against Dominique Britch. And before that, he fought against Marcos Reyes, and he didn't look good in that fight. I remember that fight. And then before that, he lost to Andres Fanfara, and he quit in that fight. And before that, it was 2 Brian Vera fights, and the first one he definitely didn't win. He didn't look good in that fight. It is because it wasn't expecting this fight was surprising and no one thought this one gonna be the next. Block Rodrigo, bro. Look at the names, faces, and the profile people pictures of people saying ridiculous things right now. What he said because it's a surprise. Stop. I heard about this fight. I think I was at Pacquiao Broner, if I'm not mistaken. That's January. It got announced in January, so we knew about it for a while because Canelo posted it. This motherfucker said he was surprised, so it's not a big fight. Hey, bro, I'm destroying old media. I mean, what type of shit is that? Oh shit, I wasn't expecting this. I'm not gonna support it. I like it, but I'm too shook. I'm shocked right now. These dudes be saying whatever, bro. They don't want to admit what it really is. That's what it sounds like. Hey, new media fucking these boys up. They don't want to admit what they really think it is, what they really thinking. It sounds like you hiding something from me. I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like some of y'all boys in the comment section acting like y'all know, but y'all don't want to reveal because what you're saying sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous right now. Why don't y'all just be honest in the comment section? These dudes just, I didn't want to tell you like this, but the reason this fight is not big is Danny Jacobs is a Virgo. There, I said it. Like, he's a Virgo. What the fuck has that got to do with the fight being good? His zodiac sign? Y'all looking crazy. Once again, new media versus old media. This shit ain't adding up. Talking about the fight's not that big because Danny Jacobs is a goddamn Aquarius. What the fuck is Aquarius and Virgo gotta have to do with this fight? Y'all holding something back. I can sense it. I can sense deceit in your tone. I'm talking about because we were surprised. I got surprised so it don't feel like it, bro, whatever. These dudes is reaching, desperate, hating. Because Jacobs went vegan. Like, what the fuck has that got to do with the fight being good? Hey, block this other dude. He taking too long. I just went 3. I just took on 3. Dolo. Just me. What's this other dude's name? Somebody snitch his name. Because I know there was one more. This shit don't make sense, bro. They saying everything but a logical answer that makes sense. They said, oh, Chavez Jr. was just so popular. He fought Dominic Britch in Mexico. Nobody even watched that fight, you know? And it's not, he didn't even fight Canelo in Mexico. It's not like they fought at Azteca Stadium. They fought here in America. And then before that, he fought Marco Reyes and didn't even look good and had to weigh in naked at the weigh-in joint. And it was at a catch weight for no belt. Y'all hiding something from me. I can sense it. Somebody snitched the other dude's name. He out of here. Oh shit. Icy found him. Hey, Icy found that boy. Hey, everybody type. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? Oh my God, we getting to the bottom of this. To the bottom of the map. We like Louisiana at the bottom of the map with this. Hey, Icy be talking his shit after. He said death to these infidels. I'm done, bro. These dudes know they full of shit. They lying. They holding shit back. Don't want to explain it because they know that their logic don't make sense. Bottom line is Chavez Jr. was a worse fight. I get it's Cinco de Mayo, but real talk, Cinco de Mayo is not even a celebrated holiday like that in Mexico. Actually, that's like more of a like a Taco Bell, like a more of a modernized, Americanized holiday, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So, no. The bottom line, Chavez was at a catch weight. That's what's wrong. This is what's wrong with boxing. This is what's wrong with boxing because, once again, certain fighters don't get promoted the same way. Certain fighters, seem to be great guys and people are like, oh, they don't have a fan base. Why don't they have a fan base? Jacobs is a good fighter, a good guy, entertaining fighting style, arguably beat Triple G. They're fighting for unification. This is the problem. This is what I'm saying. New media, we coming. We gonna set the record straight. We gonna clean all this shit up. Believe you me. Yeah, why? See, that's what I'm saying. Why would people, for no matter what your background is, age, race, gender, ethnicity, why would you be more willing to not celebrate and pay for the more meaningful fight and watch and support and build up to the point where it's buzzing, the bigger fight? Canelo is actually in a meaningful fight. So even if you supported Canelo, why? See, what is it? Is it because Jacobs is a threat and, you know, motherfuckers don't want to see Canelo lose to a black fighter, you know, or potentially lose? Like, it's weird. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to blow this shit up. I'm not getting it because the answers that they was saying in the comment section weren't really making sense to me. Why would Chavez Jr. at a catchweight be must-see TV, but a unification at the full weight, which is a better fight? Jacobs has been, you know, definitely a consummate professional, right? He's been a consummate professional, has a belt, got a belt, went through 4 undefeated fighters in a row, and people, Edwin S., shout out to Edwin S., he said, that's it. I just took a wild guess. That's it? Y'all think that's what it is? Damn. So you're not, damn, that's sad. If you're a boxing fan, you don't want to blow it up because you think, you know, a particular guy who you like might lose. Who cares? I've seen most of my favorite, Muhammad Ali lose, Mike Tyson, Chavez, you know, Roy Jones. I've seen all my fighters for the most part, except for Floyd, lose. All right, Jairo Martinez. He says, I don't agree with what you're saying. Okay, what don't you agree with? You're in the hot seat. What don't you agree with? Smash the like button. I got another one. What don't you agree with that I said? And if you lie and say, you're automatically disqualified if you lie and say something that I didn't say. And everybody who's on this stream will be able to attest to if I really said whatever you're accusing me of saying. So now that I've stripped away the powers of the Black Panther, please answer. The power of the Black Panther has been removed. So now you can't lie on me. What did I say that you disagree with? Laughing my ass, you're being biased a bit. Final warning. What did I say that you disagree with? We get it. You said I'm biased and you said you don't agree with whatever I said, but you won't tell me what I'm being biased about and what I said that you disagree with. You have one more opportunity. Jairo Martinez. Look at the names, faces, and the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. What did I say that is biased? Part 2 of the question. Part 1 of the question is, what did I say that I actually said that you disagree with? And I love when old media does it, because y'all just get to see me keep racking up bodies, because you're going to either have to tell the truth, and then we got a real life argument or debate, or you're going to lie on me, or you're going to say play some kid game. You know, it's that simple. There's only one of a few ways this could end. So what did I say that you disagree with? You have 10 seconds. We smell a rat. I smell a gnawing, seething rat. 8 seconds. What did I say that you disagree with? He said, Anthony T said, Jairo, you have some explaining to do. You think the fight isn't being prompted? I never said anything about the fight being prompted. So that's strike 2. Because Danny is black? I never said that, bro. I agree with the fight is not being prompted because the app is new, DAZN new. Okay, first of all, I didn't say shit about prompting. You can't even spell the word promoting. So that should be a complete failure until you graduate. No, don't try to switch it now. Motherfucker said you typed it twice. until I said something. I didn't say anything about a fight being prompted, and I never once said the fight wasn't prompted or promoted because Danny Jacobs is black. You guys continue to have select hearing and make up what you want me to say that I never said. Did anyone else hear me say DAZN ain't promoting the fight because Jacobs is black? Did anyone hear me say it? Or Golden Boy? Did anyone hear this? We'll vote. Based on the majority of the votes, that's going to determine your fate. I told you not to lie on me, bro. Did anyone else hear me say that anybody, Golden Boy or, DAZN, the people who put on the fight, aren't promoting it because it's black? What? Yeah, you tried it, bro. These dudes, they just be making up their own narrative. Shit I didn't even say, bro. Look at LJ got my back. Sheila Hill got my back. Shout out to 206 All Pro. He said, Eagle, I'm starting to think these haters' favorite word for you is bias. Wow, they on some bullshit, fam. They can't call you nothing else. Hashtag old media loses again. You're switching words, guy. Your 15 seconds. Get rid of him, bro. I can't even stand to see his name put future comments. Bro, he says, I'm switching words now. We're done. Thank you for playing. Shooters handle that, bro. Get Jairo Martinez out of here. Now I repeated exactly what you wrote, and now I'm switching words. These dudes will lie before you as if we can't all go up and read what you put. Like we can't all watch the replay and hear and see what you put. Come on, bro. This shit is funny. I mean, I told you, this is a microcosm of what you see on the day-to-day in boxing. People are so vested and passionate and emotional in the sport. They can't see anything else outside of how they feel. A lot of times people project. That's what I've just noticed about life. People project. A lot of stuff they call you, it actually applies to them. And if it doesn't, then they would be able to give you examples, provide examples. Like if I say you don't know shit about boxing, I'm gonna tell you why you don't know shit about boxing in my perspective. Tony Perez said, I'm Mexican American. I want Jacobs to knock the shizit out of Canelo. Damn. Shout out to Blow Montana. They ain't got nothing better to do, bro. But anyway, I just feel like the promotion hasn't been that big. That's the bottom line. Oh, man. I don't think Canelo can outbox or outbully Jacobs. Is something wrong with the volume? Like it sounds like constant breathing on the... That's my fan. I'm doing I just cleaned the carpets, and I want the fan to that's because you have headphones on, bro, and it's hot as fuck. Is it bothering anybody that bad? Like, he said it sounds like a storm. Damn. There, is that better? So I just have to burn up and shit to cover boxing. Does it sound better now that I turned the fan off? Y'all hating, bro. It sounds like Hurricane Harvey. Like, damn, it's all that. Y'all got some fucking Dolby DTS ass speakers and shit. My girl from Mexico, no one even knows about this fight. We had barbecues for the Triple G fights and the Cotto fight. That's what I'm saying. So the promotion should have, the promotion, it just feels like, it doesn't feel like the big, and part of it I think is actually the fact that it's on DAZN and the app, and that hasn't really broke. Like, I think DAZN they kind of went in over their head, like investing a lot of money without having a network, without like, you know, they took a huge blow, because this is how I look at it. DAZN can't get into the pay-per-view business. It that's gonna look. Do you understand how horrible that's gonna make you look if you see you're losing profits, you're losing shares, you know, you're spending more money for fighter purses, so you can't beat them, join them. That's gonna make you look horrible because you spent all this money doing these Canelo and Tracy Morgan bye pay-per-view. You know, you spent all this money making these pay-per-view is dead ads and memes and commercials, and that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Chaz, me and you out of pocket, bro. That's crazy. See, I think DAZN, like, see, this is the thing. I told you life is about timing. DAZN kind of tried to change up everything. Like, I don't know if they still do it. I don't remember. But I don't like even the black and white ring. I don't like that. I hate the way that looks. It looks muted. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else got a blue tarp on the ring and red ropes and shit. And they the only one with a neutral muted type of color, black and white. That just looks plain. DAZN would pop at, like, that's what I'm saying. They don't even like think about shit like this. To me, the black and white DAZN logo would pop more on a blue tarp. You know what I'm saying? Because it would stand out. Boom. See, I work with Photoshop and video editing and photography and shit like that. So, and my mom's real good with color coordinating, so I kind of get a little bit of that from her. But I think it looks muted, you know, having the colors all washed, looking like, you know, just black and white. It just looks so super plain. And that's what I'm saying. They try to like change so much of the game, bro. Like, look. That's how the gray and white. You get what I'm saying? Look, it make him look hella dark and shit. Like, look, it made him look hella dark. I can't even see him right now. What the? Hold on. Look, it make him look like a shadow, like the way they got him looking. Look how dark that make him look. Shit. They're fucking. Look. See, that looks dull to me. See, I like one thing about me, I pay attention. Look, they got him looking hella dark. What the hell? Remember that movie Dark Man? Sam Raimi, I think. he said a special unlocked character. Oh, he said a locked character. I'm done. When you fully don't. He said a locked character. Yeah, they got him looking hella crispity, crunchity Butterfinger. Nobody better lay a finger on Mike Butterfinger. Like, they got him crispity crunchity, bro. Hey, why they do him with the crispity crunchity, bro? Like, look, this is a regular fight. That looks way more dynamic. Damn, Vonis was getting bodied. Look at Jack Reese. Was like, God damn. But you see how the colors pop? Look. So y'all don't pay attention to little details like that. That looks, to me, that look way better. Way better than that muted looking shit that they're doing. That's what I'm saying. I feel like DAZN came out trying to change too much too soon. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, oh, pay-per-view is dead. This, that, and the, you know what I'm saying? It's like they try to come out and like switch up pay-per-view. Look, this shit look raw to me. Mayweather Cotto. You see with the blue? and then like the pay-per-view is dead shit. That to me that's a miss. That's a miss because it's not dead. Ego knows that videography. Bro, I pay attention to all this type of shit. I don't know if they changed it, but I'm trying to see if they changed it. But that's one of the things I noticed early on with the DAZN. I'm trying to see recent fights.
Going back to that first matchup in
Hold on, I'm trying to see if they changed it. My bad. Smash the like button. Hey, the Donaire, was the Rungvisai the day of the Donaire fight or before that? Oh, here it is. No, look. Well, they don't got it as plain, but still, I don't like that, bro. Yeah, look. Oh, shit. They should stop this immediately. I don't like that gray apron. And I feel like everyone else has a regular color apron and you getting it gray. Like, to me, that looks muted. Like, I don't like that, bro. I really think they should stop doing that. And I feel like everyone else is using the blue apron, and that's how it's been in boxing. See, back in the day, they used to use gray, but they had black and white cameras. So that might have been an actual reason why. Like, you have to know history. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they used to take pictures and have this gas, you know, shit like that. So there might have been a reason why they needed a gray canvas, you know, for different skin tones. See, I know about filming and stuff like that, but DAZN, I don't know why they have it like that. To me, this looks like it makes it look plain, and it makes you stand out, and not in a good way, because the other rings, he said, you're right, the color looks off. See, that's what I'm saying. I told you, man, like, for me, I'm not just out here. I don't just critique some shit. I actually have ideas. Like, all this shit looks super plain. This is Estrada and Rungvisai versus when they fought the first time. They didn't have this, and like, you have to understand colors. Bland. That's, shout out to Edwin. That's a great word. Bland. It makes it look super bland, and you have to understand that certain things make certain colors against other colors make it pop. So I don't understand why you would just do something randomly unless there is a reason. Like I said, I don't know. Back in the day, I've seen like Sugar Ray Robinson or whatever. He might have fought on one of them colored tarps, but there might have been a reason. Maybe his complexion wouldn't show up with the old technology. Look, that don't look more. Does that pop more? Do you see what I'm saying? This is the first Rungvisai fight. And even me holding my cell phone on screen, you immediately see what I'm saying. Look how pictures come out. So certain things you shouldn't really change unless there's a real reason. I get it. DAZN's color scheme is black, white, and gray, but it doesn't look good to me. And it doesn't pop out. So it actually makes your events, this is theirs. This is DAZN. Makes it like a black and white movie or something. It doesn't pop the same. Yeah, like it does. other shit bounces off and it. Look, I'm looking at it right now. This is the first fight. See how the yellow just pops against the blue? And this is how everyone else is doing in boxing. But like I said, DAZN came in like, man, fuck that. Especially when the fighters, like, they come out with a creative color scheme. That gray don't really look right. Like, this picture look cold. This picture of Lomachenko. That look clean. Lomachenko walking away after he beat up Corolla. That looks clean to me. But on that gray, and see the reason why I noticed that little details like that is because I said I do Photoshop, I do video editing, I've directed videos, so I can before I hit the record button, I always visualize what I'm trying to capture, like for a music video. And then in filming, you have white balance or you can use a gray card. So I actually use gray cards. And see, I don't know how the photographers do it because I'm not a photographer. I've taken photos and stuff, but if they had a gray card, I don't even know how that would work with the gray canvas. You know what I'm saying? So when you're white balancing, it doesn't pop, bro. Just wait and see Saturday. Hope to see you on Egos Live that day when Jacobs loses. Who are you talking to? Canelo Fielding was that? I'm gonna check. I'll check Canelo Fielding, but it looks better when I don't know why they're doing it, and it probably costs more money because every other promoter is typically using the regular blue aprons. Like, even when you see, the other thing is you see blood on the aprons. You see blood on the aprons. Oh yeah, the Canelo one, they used blue. Yeah, it does look better. Looks way better to me. They need that. They need to get rid of that gray shit and black and all that. This look way better. Canelo look hella big at 168. He look in good shape at 168. Yep, they sure did use the blue. I like that so much better. Canelo hits harder than Danny Jacobs. I don't know about that, bro. You always have fans who never been hit by anybody, let alone those two people, who always seem to know so much. Like, how you know? You ain't, the last person that hit you was your mama. She hit you with the chancleta or some shit. And you trying to tell who hits harder between two professional. Danny's like 6'1" or some shit. And just because he didn't stop certain people, that don't mean nothing, bro. But y'all can continue making up shit. Like, I don't know that Canelo would have, I don't know that he would have stopped Peter Quillen in one round at all. Jacobs did, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Roberto. Shout out to Eddie, $2 super chat. Canelo has more skill than Triple G. I agree with that though. See, that's the trade-off. Triple G hits harder than Canelo, in my opinion, and has a good jab and good, like, just real basics, but he's slower. But the trade-off is Canelo hits respectable, but he doesn't hit as hard as Triple G, but he's better overall, like, better defense. He just does more than Triple G. So that's kind of the trade-off. So it's like, and Triple G is taller with a real good jab. Canelo's not always consistent with his jab. So it's a real good fight. It's an interesting fight. I gotta find my water. I'm dying of thirst. Hold on, I gotta find my water. I'm so thirsty. I had to just go refill it. It was hella low. Hey, make sure you guys drink your water, especially with the hotter weather coming. I've been drinking a lot of water. I can't drink too much because I put ice in it. Fuck around, get brain freeze. But Canelo Jacobs, awesome fight. I think it's a dangerous fight for Canelo because he got DAZN on his back right now. A lot of pressure. DAZN almost needs Canelo to do good because they put Triple G in a bullshit fight with Steve Rolls, presumably because they have interest of making him versus Canelo in the fall. So if Canelo loses, he loses all his belts, and his profile takes a hit. And I presume it would be a rematch clause. So there's a lot of pressure for Canelo. A lot. Plus, he's just, the face of boxing. The other thing that's interesting about this fight is there's some interesting trade-offs. That's why I don't really know who I want to pick. I don't really know who I'm going to pick. Like, I really don't. Because there's some interesting trade-offs. But one thing I have noticed about Canelo he seems to be more of a front runner. So what I mean is by front runner is when things are going Canelo's way, he can usually do enough to, get the job done and get the victory. But Jacobs is a style that if he plays his hand right and does enough of the right things in the right spots, we could see, really where Canelo is mentally. For example, I know this was some years ago, but when Canelo fought on the Floyd Mayweather card, he fought against Shane Mosley, and he developed a cut. Jacobs be switching to like southpaw. And in the Mosley fight, he got a cut, and he seemed really frazzled and frustrated. Of course, again, he was a little bit younger than he is now, but he hasn't really experienced that again. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't really experienced that. And I watched him in the Mosley fight. That's why I think he's a front runner. When things are going his way, he's cool. Even in the Triple G first fight, he got off to a good start and then kind of tapered off towards the end, did enough to get the draw, according to the judges. So what happens if Canelo is not going his way from the jump? Like in the Mayweather fight, he didn't really do anything. And we haven't seen Canelo fight a style that someone did better with him early. So that's an interesting proposition to me, is if Danny Jacobs is clearly shutting Canelo out or some shit early and playing it right. Like Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Like Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada versus Rungvisai in the rematch. Those guys got off to early leads. That's what becomes harder to pull away. And like I said, I've seen Canelo get cut before in the Mosley fight, and he seemed really bothered, just like Pacquiao versus Morales. Pacquiao seemed really bothered. So, with Jacob switching, his height, if he gets on the jab and bop, bop, and he's boxing and trying to land some combos and just mixing it up, Canelo could have a rough start. And what if he gets cut or something like that? There's some interesting things here, But on the flip side, I look at Jacobs, and he's been stopped before. He got dropped by Golovkin. Canelo just fought at 68, albeit it wasn't against top dog at 68. He seems to be improving, and him beating Golovkin probably made him feel a type of way, what I'm saying. Then the fact that he just won at 168 and got a little BS title at 168 against a guy of 6'3", those are all positives for Canelo's psyche. Jacobs has been stopped before, and I think Jacobs in his last performances, if he fights like how he fought in the Derevyanchenko and Zaleski fight, particularly, even in the Luis Cuba Arias, even though I thought he won every round with Cuba Arias, he still fought like kind of the wrong way because he was like angry at Arias. But mostly the Derevyanchenko and Zaleski, fighting Canelo, I don't think that's going to be good enough because it'll be too debatable. And he's the favorite. He's the guy they want to advance. So he's going to have to be on point. So he has some things weighing against him. I thought Lara beat Canelo. Lara got off to too good of a start. But Lara has that problem too, like where he's like, he leaves it in the, like Brian Castano or whatever. It's like you're not doing enough offensively. Emmanuel, what's up? It's a good fight, people. Like, I'm still trying to decide who I'm picking. I really don't know. This is not all the time. Usually, by this point, I would probably have my pick. But I can't sleep on Jacobs. But I also admire Canelo's fighting style and think he's a real good fighter. To me, this is kind of a toss-up fight, and it's really based on the game plan. So to me, I think both of the guys have the attributes and the qualities and the skills to beat each other. But whoever gets off first and kind of gets to in that rhythm, that's going to determine a lot of things. Like whoever makes the first mistake and the other person capitalize, that's going to set an early tone. But I think we might see Canelo more frustrated than we have in the past. Like I said, if he gets cut or something like that, I'd be real curious, real curious, because in the past, he seemed really bothered. Just a sidebar for the people who've been fucking with my channel. If you fuck with my channel routinely and you catch a lot of my live streams, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Because I just thought of something. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Count Drago. Lada doesn't always kick into second gear. Exactly. He kind of puts it in cruise control. And you know, there's a lot of Cubans that do that too. You know, not to stereotype, but. Remember when I was doing some streams and I was like, kept complaining like, man, YouTube is messing it up. Notice my last streams, there hasn't been no issues. I told you it was YouTube. Have you guys noticed my recent streams? I've been streaming just the same and it hasn't been. Have y'all experienced any problems? Has the stream been choppy or clear? Because remember, I was like, man, YouTube keep fucking up. Because I was back-to-back streams are all fucked up. And I just thought about it. Been no problems. I haven't changed my internet. I ain't changed nothing. That's what I'm saying, because I just realized my streams have been clear. Everything's been showing up. Everything's going. I'm telling you, YouTube, I hate that. That's why I can always tell when they're making changes. When you YouTube full time, you can tell when they're making changes because it's always like messed up and things aren't working. My last couple of streams have been going smooth, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to the people with that because it's just something I just randomly thought of right now. But Canelo Jacobs is an excellent fight. To me, that's the number one person in the division. I like Charlo, I like Andrade, but you add Canelo's resume with Jacobs' resume, and if we get a clear winner, then that has to be the number one. If we don't get a clear winner or some bullshit, then I don't know. But if we get a clear winner or someone dominates the other person, something like that, just wins decisively, then to me, that's going to be the number one person. This is the most clear I've seen it. I'm telling you, it's YouTube. Because my shit been buttery. We've been buttery lately. We working, though. Man, I don't see how y'all even say Lomachenko. If Canelo wins or Jacobs win, they're higher than Lomachenko to me. I don't care what no one says. Jacobs, in my opinion, beat Triple G. You know, if not, he still gave him a hellified fight in the run for his money. Stopped Quillen in one round. You know, beat Sergio Mora, then beat him again. Beat all those undefeated fighters in a row, including Selesky. If Jacobs beats Canelo, he's definitely over Lomachenko. See, same thing with Canelo. If Canelo beats Jacobs, he had 50-something fights. See, y'all disrespectful, bro. Old media, y'all disrespectful. You so thirsty to just put whoever you want, you know, your little hopes at the forefront of boxing, that you just say whatever, despite if it makes sense. I really feel that. And I feel like Errol Spence is harder to beat than Lomachenko. Crawford's harder to beat than Lomachenko. I don't know how y'all factor it in, but I look at stuff like that, like pound for pound, like who could fuck with this person? And I think Lomachenko, I see a couple people that I think could fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? A couple. But like Errol Spence and Crawford, I don't really see a couple of people. I think them for each other, that's the toughest fight for each person. I don't see like 3 and 4 people that I think could beat him if given the opportunity. Lomachenko, I see a couple of people that could fuck with him. I think Mikey Garcia at lightweight could fuck with him. Teofimo could fuck with him. Pacquiao at 140 could fuck with him. But we don't ever get those fights. You know, Tank, I think, could fuck with him. I even think Miguel Berchelt, I'm not saying he wins, but we could see a way more competitive Lomachenko fight with someone like Berchelt. Berchelt's close. Berchelt would be probably the closest that Lomachenko has faced to Mexican style. since Alito. He would be the person that's most experienced, most equipped, has the size, has power, lets his hand go, shows heart, at least in his other fights, you know. So it would be the most comparable to a Salido type, who Lomachenko still hasn't fought. And it's funny, people say Lomachenko's number one, but nobody explains how. And the people that say he's number one and bring up his amateur pedigree, you don't know shit about boxing. Because in the amateurs, just so you guys know, Sean Porter beat Alexander Usyk in the amateurs. Right? But that was a long time ago. Now Usyk is fighting at fucking heavyweight and Sean Porter is fighting at 147. So that just goes to show you the amateurs is the amateurs, the pros are the pros. Andre Ward and Tim Bradley fought, and Andre Ward admits that Tim Bradley was a tough fight. But as fighters in their pro careers, Bradley was at 40 and 47 primarily, while Dre was at 168 mostly and then moved up to 75. So I don't give a fuck about some amateurs because it's a whole different circuit, different, you know, depending on when they were in it, they're trying to make it more like the pros, but it's just different. Everything's different, and you see stuff like that. You see Sean Porter beat Demetrius Andrade, you know, he beat Usyk, but that shit has changed, you know. Andrade now is at 160. Could Sean Porter beat him now? I don't know, you know. I mean, I don't know many people that would probably favor Porter at 160 to beat, you know, him. Lots change, you know. Andre's 6'1". Usyk's at heavyweight 6'3". So, you know, people grow. It's just, so I don't want to hear anything about Lomachenko's amateur pedigree ever again as it relates to the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? That's like no different than me being in high school and bringing my report cards from middle school and showing you, oh, you know, hey, your teacher's like, hey, Ego, you're failing in my class. You have a fucking F. You're a fucking failure. F for fucking failure. And I'm like, yeah, but in the 7th grade, look, I had straight A's. What the fuck is that got to do with you failing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's stupid. But obviously, middle school helped prepare you for high school, but it's two different curriculums. You get what I'm saying? You can't be, oh, but my grades used to be good in middle. Nobody give a fuck about that. You know, Wilder has a bronze medal, but knocked out a gold medalist in Audley Harrison. You think Wilder's like, hey, but you beat me in the amateurs with a higher medal. Nobody give a fuck like that. Crawford just made Amir Khan quit. Amir Khan's a silver medalist. Crawford didn't even go to the Olympics. Nobody give a fuck about that. As pros, Crawford beat that ass. He don't give a fuck about no silver medal. And Felix Diaz and Gamboa, two guys that Crawford slept, have gold medals, and he don't have any medal because he didn't go to the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Y'all focus on stupid shit. If anyone, media, old media, you know, a fan, a YouTube channel, if they're ever referencing anything about Lomachenko being number one pound for pound and basing it on his amateur pedigree, then they're stupid. They don't know anything about boxing because it doesn't have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? I'm a YouTuber now, full time. This is what I do full time. I used to work at Sears. What the fuck is that guy selling Craftsman have to do with YouTubing? Nothing. You know, all my experiences that I've ever had led to this moment. This is where I'm at. I got to produce YouTube videos. I could tell you all types of shit about ball bearing, Craftsman toolboxes and Cobalt, and I could tell you how to mix paint from Sears and Lowe's. You know, Valspar and Dutch Boy, all this shit. Bro, what does that got to do with YouTube? Nothing. At all. Hey, yeah, but if you get the Valspar, the eggshell versus the semi-gloss, y'all be like, what the fuck is that got to do with boxing? What does that have to do with what you're doing now? Nothing. Old media, they on their deathbed. We need to send them a bedpan so they don't piss on themselves. It's looking bad for old media. Literally everything that they try to do, everything they try to say has been met with resistance, and it's always being proven. Like Barry Hearn, we still ain't forget. Nah, I'm not working for somebody else. I got offers, but that's neither here nor there. I'm my own boss. I chose to do it, come up my way. You know, I don't need nobody else. But shout out to Icy holding it down. Yeah, man, I'm a Bay Area hustler, bro. I'll figure it out myself. I'll assemble my own team before I join another. You know, I'm not saying I won't ever collab with nobody or something, but not in that capacity. I get to wake up when I want, do what I want. You know, I've been putting out videos and doing like fucking home improvement shit, bro. Look. Look, I'm remodeling and shit at this motherfucker. I got the air blower and shit. I do what I want. And it feels good. So we just getting good, getting sharp. Shout out to San Francisco. Ego Vengers. Y'all crazy. So, I don't know. Old media is looking crazy. But once again, you guys keep seeing everything that I keep talking about. And now more and more people are talking about. So Lennox Lewis just questioned Barry Hearn and challenged what he said. That slave trade comment. I told y'all. And then people like Spencer Fearon, who works for Sky Sports, clearly, shout out to Hayward. Spencer Fearon, he talking about, oh, you know, I'm not gonna say he's racist. Nobody even said that. That's what, you know, he said it to. You guys got to go look at the tweets. I don't even feel like pulling this dumb shit up. Anyway, Lennox Lewis said, oh, that was uncalled for. I don't even know what to say. What do you think, Spencer Fearon? And he was like, yeah, it was bad, and he shouldn't have said it. But no, I can't say he's a racist. Like these dudes be so eager to step and fetch. You know what I'm saying? So eager to try to come to the rescue. And the funny thing is, if I'm out here saying something crazy, chill, YouTube came for DBN for talking about Barry Hearn. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is Jay Peso talking about? What are you talking about, Jay Peso? Okay, I know who DBN is. I'm saying, what are you talking? You said someone came for him. What are you talking about? Y'all can't just be throwing random stuff in the comment section. Where did you hear that, bro? I want to know where you heard that. Because I ain't heard nothing like that. Because I was just chatting with them through text a couple of days ago, and that was not even in the conversation. So I want to know how you know that or how you heard that. Where did you hear that? See, we don't see this is new media. We don't accept that. Cite your source. He tried to scare me. Oh yeah, chill out, man. So now I need to know how you know that. Cause I just talked to him and that, you know, or through text and that didn't come up. So I want to know how you know it. So let us know. Show your footage, your receipt. He said he heard about it in a dream. It was all a dream. I used to watch Dante's. How? Heard it on YouTube. From who? Hey, bro, you got 10 seconds. You wasting my time, dog. I'm about $1. What the fuck is J Peso? Heard it on YouTube. From who? That's what I want to know. You putting another man's business in my comment section, and you keep saying you heard it on YouTube. I don't care what you heard on from who. Who said it? Send the link to the video. You trying to scare me and shit. Oh yeah, be careful. I ain't being careful for shit. I didn't do nothing wrong. They got this shit twisted. He said, be careful, man. Nah, what? I didn't do nothing. I know the YouTube community guidelines. I ain't say nothing wrong to anybody. I ain't slander, maim, you know. Come on, bro. You got 8 seconds. Since you want to put some info out, who told you this? He talking about I heard it on YouTube. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Please say something. See, this is new media. We don't operate like, yo, I heard something. You heard it from the source? You heard it from someone else? You heard it what? Because like I said, I text Dante, or he texted me actually, and we were laughing about something, and that wasn't stated, so I want to know how you know this. I just told you, block him. He said he just told me, but there's no link, and you said you heard it on YouTube, but you won't tell me who said it. Shooters, enjoy that. Motherfucker talking about I just told you. He said I heard it on YouTube, but can't tell me that. See how that works? Motherfuckers trying to scare me. What the fuck? Oh yeah, man, be careful. You're gonna get demonetized. For what? He said I heard it on YouTube. I didn't do nothing. What do I get demonetized for? For having an opinion? Try again. I know the YouTube. I've been on this platform for years. I didn't do nothing. I'm not out here saying rah, filth, flooring, and filth, and you know, racist comments or nothing crazy. What are you talking about? Then he talking about, oh, I heard it on YouTube, but can't reveal the source. Well, you know what that means. It's sad, old media. They be sending their moles and rats and stuff, and they can never. And then they always get jammed up because he thought what he wanted. He said, chill out, man. I wouldn't be talking about that. And then he tried to name drop somebody and said that they got demonetized, not knowing that I just talked to that person actually about this subject through text because I actually know them, and he didn't mention it to me. So I was like, that's weird. Where did you hear this? If we talked about this subject through text, he hit me up and we were laughing what we talked about, then how would he have said this? Where, you know, maybe it did happen. Maybe he put out a video. Where's the link? No answer. Sad. These dudes gotta lie. See, that's the one thing. I'm not out here just saying a bunch of lies to try to be relevant. That's hella funny. They gotta lie to try to shut us up. Oh, be careful. Ooh, be careful for what? I didn't do nothing. Like I said, listen, if you're be a YouTuber, just read the YouTube community guidelines to make sure you fall within that. I've done that, and I constantly do it. I watch the YouTube creators channel when they have updates. I'm well informed on what you can do and can't do on YouTube. So that's not something that I'm worried about. I don't use people's copyrighted content. I have my own content. You know, this is what they hate. They hate the independent hustlers, you know, who are well versed enough and have the wherewithal to do the proper research. He tried to scare me. Oh, I heard it. What? Cite your source. Putting dirt on that man's name. That's what I'm saying, for no reason. Scare tactics. That's what they do. Anyway, back to Barry Hearn. Eddie Hearn's father, Barry Hearn. I'm going to still talk about it. You know, I didn't say I could. It's a free country. I'm not breaking anything, any rules. I'm not saying any racial slurs or nothing crazy, right? This ain't cyberbullying. I think Barry Hearn should apologize. What he said was crude. It was tasteless, and obviously people felt a type of way about it. But once again, you notice there's no pressure from old media, and people like myself or others, they'll try to flip it and make it like I'm overreacting. I'm overreacting because I want to see somebody who said something inappropriate, unwarranted at a press conference, feet put to the fire and held to a standard that you would hold me or anybody else that looks like me to. There's nothing wrong with that. I know if I started getting up here and bringing up, horrible times throughout history about genocide and this, I don't have to get into all the gruesome details, but heinous times. And I was trying to relate it to how the times have changed, and now I got to speak with respect. Whatever you were trying to say didn't come out good. Didn't come out good, period. So, if I know if I say something inappropriate, I would be held to a standard. There would be no, it's his age or that's just how he jokes. It would be like, you need to apologize or we want him off the air. But luckily, I have the wherewithal to speak with integrity, speak with couth, speak this boxing freely, but, respectful of everybody and everybody's personal rights and know the YouTube community guidelines, those types of things. That's all we want. We just want Barry Hearn. And the funny thing is, this could be a thing of the past. All you have to do is just be like, yo, slip of the tongue. I didn't think about how, it would affect people. I didn't mean it like that. I don't have to craft his apology, but anything like that and then try to move on from it. It rubbed people the wrong way. But like I said, in business, they look at it like, I'm not going to say that because then that means that'll be incriminating. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out for them and Matchroom, because Golden Boy has a similar situation with the emails where there was slanderous remarks about Al Heyman, called him the Black Hitler and the N-word and stuff like that. So, people to this day, some people feel a type of way about Golden Boy, and it looks like, I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but I think Errol Spence is a smart guy and well-versed. He told Oscar himself, I ain't going over to Golden Boy. I don't like the way black fighters are treated over there. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really worry about people doing the right or wrong thing, because I believe in karma and I believe in the universe and what you put out in the universe. So, if you put out like certain messages and stuff, in some form or fashion, who knows? Maybe your cash cow, Anthony Joshua, loses to Anthony Ruiz or something. But karma usually comes back, maybe Dillian White leaves and goes to Top Rank and, and then Joshua loses or some shit, It's weird how that works. But I do wish Dillian White said something, because that was inappropriate what Barry Hearn said, instead of just looking at him and that's it. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see. Someone said Deontay Wilder looks huge. Yeah, he looked like he coming, like putting a little bit of weight on. He must really want to hurt this man, Dominic Breazeale. It's looking crazy. Dominic Breazeale, I hope him and Virgil Hunter, because that's going to be 2 L's for Virgil in back-to-back fights. Amir Khan and Dominic Breazeale, unless Breazeale can, survive this onslaught. But Deontay Wilder looks mean. He looks serious. I think because it's personal. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that. Taunting. Like, see, Sugar Ray Leonard did it to Roberto Duran, but he can move and stuff. I don't feel like Dominic Breazeale moves like that. Floyd can do it because he can move, I don't feel like Dominic Breazeale has that type of defense. His defense ain't really set up like that. So I don't know why he's taunting Deontay Wilder and aggravating him, in this way, saying all this stuff. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he surprises people, but I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end. Wilder clearly has a lot of power. He said rare rock from Samoan volcanoes. Yeah, Wilder looked bigger though, bro. He putting on some size. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say he ain't a true heavyweight. You never been around him, bro. I've been around him, man. He's a heavyweight, bro. Look at this dude's back, dog. Y'all talking about he ain't a heavyweight. This dude look like Black Bolo Young. That's a regular sized man, JD's. Shout out to him. And look at this fool's back right now, bro. That's no Photoshop or nothing. That's a direct screenshot. This dude look like he about to fight Thanos in the Avengers. And like pause, but his waist is small too, bro. I was right next to him. He has his back is like this. It's like a V. He got the V taper, like like Bruce Lee. His waist ain't that. Well, I don't know about now, but I'm talking about at the Tyson Fury fight. Shout out to Jaime Sandoval. I appreciate you, bro. He said he got his Box Fan Expo ticket from me. Appreciate it. This dude look big, man. And old media conveniently trying to switch it up. He said Wilder muscles on his back look like a demon face. That dude's back is hub, bro. And the crazy thing is we know he's athletic. He's athletic with that size. Joshua, let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about it. Shelly Finkel did an interview and he says, we got a full plate now. So we'll probably end up fighting Joshua in 2020 now. Listen, Team Joshua is hilarious. They continually and perpetually wait for opportune moments and then try to switch the narrative as if whatever they've been doing to people has been done to them and they were so against it and this is all someone else's fault. They keep doing it. It's the same magic trick and it's hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. So, for example, Luis Ortiz has consistently and incessantly called out Anthony Joshua, saying, oh, he's a chicken, he's a P word, why won't he come and fight no one? He don't want to fight no one real, he's ducking Wilder, he would probably never fight me, all these things. Then finally, in like January or something, DAZN, it's on their page, they got an interview with Joshua. They said, hey, if you don't fight Wilder or Fury, who would you pick? Name some names. First word out of his mouth, Luis Ortiz. After that interview, he picked Gerald Big Baby Miller. I've interviewed Eddie Hearns before. I would interview anybody. Listen, see, y'all get this game, like, bro, I'm not trying to come down on you, but y'all got this game twisted. I am a professional. I am a businessman. I will interview anybody. Whether we see eye to eye, why would I not interview anybody in this boxing game? I am boxing. Like this, I cover boxing. If I apply and they give me a credential, or or if I see them, I'll interview anybody. I don't play these little games. I'm still going to speak my piece in my videos, but this ain't nothing personal. I don't want to attack somebody or this and that. I'm a businessman. I want to get to the bottom of some of these things. So yeah, to me, it's a redundant question. I'll interview anybody. Shout out to Texas. But anyway, Joshua's team just keeps acting. They wait for opportune times and then act like they were pushing for something. When it's basically when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this didn't plan out, or this person finally said this after months of trying or years of trying. So let's use that and act and jump on the bandwagon and act like it's just like bandwagon fans. Like, I've been out here in the Bay Area. I've always liked the Lakers, really just because of Kobe, and the Warriors. That's just how it's been. 2 California teams. I'm in Cali. I live in the Bay, so I always support a local team. The 49ers are my only football team. And I always liked the Warriors since Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, Latrell. Back in that Bay was turned then, when people were actually riding on them spree wheels. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, and then when the Warriors get popping, then everyone likes the Warriors. That's the type of behavior we see from Team Joshua. It's like they wait for opportune moments, and then they act like they've been led astray, and we really wanted to fight for undisputed, and Wilder wants to wait till 2020. Like, stop it, bro. Wilder been screaming and yelling at you and screaming bomb squad and trying to line up the fight and these different things. And Joshua act like all prim and proper, like I'm not gonna, why would I engage in that? And then he's been pressured and kind of went exile. See, I know stuff about Joshua, and I'm not going to get into too deep, but I know stuff about Joshua behind the scenes. Like, I know he had when it got real bad, he had to hire a PR person to run his social media. I know things like that, right? And that's because of a direct, Wilder said, I'm going to smoke him out, and the PR started getting bad. So Joshua used to follow me on Instagram. Way back before he was even the champion, But anyway, he went through that, and Wilder started smoking him out, and it was a bad look for him, during that timepiece. And then he had the PR people doing it, but he used to, I believe he was probably, at least, I don't know what it is now, but he used to be somewhat involved back in the day with his Instagram and stuff like that. But then right around that time, when everyone was like hassling him and fight Wilder, oh my gosh, blah, 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 he had a PR person. He probably wasn't even doing any of it, because who wants to log in and see a bunch of angry fans and stuff. But anyway, now that Shelly Finkel said this, now they're trying to use this and act like they didn't say the same thing. This is unbelievable, bro. Shout out to Roberto Todd, $2 super chat. Appreciate you. He said, the Black Channel. Ego is the new black Eddie Brock. Yeah, I'm Venom. Hitting y'all with that Venom. It's laughable. Joshua started this 2020 talk on that apron with Johnny Nelson, and he said, oh, I'll fight Wilder 2018, 2019, or the year after that, 2020, whenever I have the best chance to win. That's what he said. And now that Shelly Finkel, years later, said, oh, we got a full plate. Now he's trying to, oh, man, I'm so discouraged. And he's robbing the fans of undisputed. Okay, here we go. Same thing with Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz been screaming your name. Full camp Luis Ortiz. Could have been in there. You picked Gerald Miller. And then when he didn't pan out because he failed drug test, then now you want to fight Luis Ortiz, and because you can't come to terms, I'm supposed to say Luis Ortiz is ducking you. This is horrible. This is just horrible stuff. It's so predictable. So predictable. The whole time, the whole 2+ years, Wilder and Luis Ortiz were, trying to fight you and making it known there was no urgency. But then when Wilder gets tied up with Brazil, you're like, oh, yeah, after Miller fell out, we wanted to fight Wilder, but he was busy. Come on, bro. Give me 50 mil. I'll take the fight tomorrow. Here's 50 mil. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to sell my soul for the devil. Now, this is, I don't know. I don't know if they just said it as a bargaining tactic or what. I don't know what's going on. But Shelly Finkel did do an interview saying, "Hey, we got a full plate. We might just be wait till 2020. They might be wanting and pursuing more with more interest the Tyson Fury, getting that out of the way. Plus, they know they have backup guys for Luis Ortiz on PBC, like Adam Kanowski, Luis Ortiz. So it might be a chess piece. It might be like kind of what we're experiencing with Terrence Crawford and Spence. It's people are jockeying for position. That's what this is. Nobody wants to budge. Now, at a point, it made sense to budge. But since these other people wanted to play hardball, maybe that's the game plan for PBC and Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're like, all right, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn gave us all this runaround. Good luck with your next couple of fights. Because now it's to a point I've already told you. Y'all have to understand the strategy. This is chess, not checkers. All's fair in love and war. Now, since Wilder has had so much wasted time tied up with Eddie Hearns and Anthony Joshua, right? They might just be like, we gonna freeze them out and we gonna starve them out. And guess what? Joshua, there's not that many fights for him. There's not that many fights for him outside of Wilder. Wilder can produce bigger events and bigger fights and bigger attractions than Joshua without using other promoters. I'm just saying if they have to be fully sufficient, like in-house, more or less fights. If you don't believe me, let's play the game. And if you say anything crazy, we're going to do a hot seat. Name 3 people Joshua could fight after Andy Ruiz? First of all, he has to get past Andy Ruiz. And I think that's actually kind of a tricky fight. But let's say he gets past him. Name 3 people he could fight. Name 3, not just 3 people, but 3 reasonable fights that are big events, UK or USA, without using another promoter. Like in-house fights, in-house shits. No other champ allows Miller to shove them across the stage. I was shocked AJ didn't retaliate. That was really weird, but to each his own, I guess. Dillian White, a guy he already knocked out in the 9th round. That's an option. Who else? We need 2 more. And Dillian White, like, I'm just being real. I like Dillian White, but he's in a tough fight with Oscar Rivas. He keeps taking these dangerous fights. I'm telling you, he keeps taking these high risk fights. He might not make it to his title shot because he keeps climbing up the ladder, but he's taking dangerous fights. A guy that I thought beat him already, Derek Chisora, he keeps taking risky fights. So we got to see how he looks. Because what if Oscar Rivas knocks him down and he knocks Oscar and it's a war? Then who's gonna really want to see Dillian White? If Dillian White can't get past a 6'1" Oscar Rivas efficiently, then who's gonna really want to see the Joshua White rematch at this point? No, I said without other promoters, so we're not talking about Tyson Fury. Michael Hunter, Usyk. But I don't think those are big fights. 2 cruiserweights. So Usyk beat Michael Hunter, right? Michael Hunter has beaten guys like Ustinov and stuff like that, and Bacoli. But those aren't, to me, those are cool for where he's at. But that doesn't those aren't universal fights. Maybe the UK likes it. I don't know. But I don't think that would be a blockbuster fight. That's my point. Usyk is not that big. Usyk and Tony Bellew was a good fight, but I don't feel like it was no game-changing fight. Like, does anyone believe Usyk versus Bellew was more internationally watched than Mikey Garcia Spence, or Pacquiao Thurman, or Spence versus Porter? Who believes that Usyk and Carlos Takam, Usyk and Tony Bellew are gonna do what Errol Spence just fought Mikey Garcia. And he fought, he's going to fight Porter. Who believes Usyk fighting Bellew and Usyk fighting Carlos Takam in Maryland are going to be bigger fights? Those 2 fights compared to compared to Usyk's 2 fights to Errol Spence. And then let's say Pacquiao does fight Keith Thurman like the rumors suggest. Compare Pacquiao's last 2 fights with Broner and then Pacquiao Thurman. Who believes that Usyk versus Bellew and then Usyk versus Takam will be bigger than Pacquiao's last 2 fights? We're talking about the world stage of boxing, like the grand stage. I don't see that being big fights because I think Usyk is a good fighter. I don't think he's a big blockbuster name. He's not like he has great wins, credible wins. You could say he was the fighter of the year last year. I'm not mad at any of those, but I'm just talking about pure star power blockbuster events. He hasn't really got that. Here you go. He says, you're right, but they will build it like the undisputed, he said, undisputed. He said they go build it like the undisputed cruiser and the guy who holds more belts at heavyweight. Bro, that they could build it as fucking Barney, Barnum and Bailey circus. I don't care what they build it at. It's not that big, bro. It's not. Usyk has not done anything at heavyweight to make that a big fight. He's a good fighter. He has him beating Takam, a guy that Joshua and Povetkin slept, does not make him into it. That doesn't make no big fight, bro. You can say whatever you want, undisputed and all that. It's not a big fight. I'm talking about blockbuster fight. I'm talking about Pacquiao Thurman, Mayweather McGregor, Canelo Jacobs or something. I don't see that as being a big fight at this moment because Usyk would have to beat some names. He had to beat some names to even show he's arrived at the heavyweight division. I don't even really have any interest unless I know he could beat other guys. I used to go to that Cow Palace circus. Yeah, that's that NorCal shit, bro. Y'all just see, the funny thing is these dudes always try to act like they're going against what I'm saying, but they never efficiently tell you how their point makes more sense, bro. Oh yeah, that's true, but they're gonna build as it. You're not disputing what I'm saying. If you want to dispute what I'm saying, tell me how it's a big blockbuster fight. That's it. These dudes want to dip their feet in. See, the thing that people don't understand with me is I'm a straight shooter, steak and potatoes. I'm an Aries. I just tell you how I feel, whether it's blunt or not. I'm just telling you how I feel. No disrespect to nobody. I'm just putting it out there. I don't have time to beat around the bush and sugarcoat it and won't this and that. It's not a big fight. Usyk would have to do a whole lot more at heavyweight before making Joshua Usyk the destination. Again, maybe they could sell some seats in the UK, but I'm talking beyond just the UK, where, a place where America is a big factor in boxing too. That's not a worldwide big fight, bro. I'm sorry. Usyk has to do a lot more. I'm not sorry. I just said that, but I lied. I'm not sorry. Bro, Luis, you're not understanding. He said, I'm not disputing. You just said, he said, you're right, but they're going to try to build. I don't care what they try to. Either don't dip your feet in, jump in the pool. If you disagree, disagree. You get me? That's all you have to do. Just disagree. Because you said you don't disagree, but then you put this extra stuff of what they're going to try to do, which makes me believe that you're trying to vouch for it or disagree. It's not a big fight at this moment. Usyk would have to do something of note, to have that happen. Shout out to Cinnamon Savage. He said, I would love to see Usyk versus Luis Ortiz. That's what I'm saying. So why would we want to see the 4-belt champion versus Usyk and he hasn't done anything at heavyweight? He hasn't even proven he could beat Dillian White. He hasn't proven that he could beat, a top-rated guy like Luis Ortiz. And beating Carlos Takam, he don't even look like a heavyweight to me. He look I'm bigger than Carlos Takam for sure. He's like 6 foot, 6'1". So cool. That's what he chose to get his feet wet. I'm not even mad at that. That's that's DAZN's business. I'm just talking about a lot more has to change for that to be a fight, a bigger fight. See now this is what I'm talking about. Shout out to Abel Torres. That's a good comment. He says Usyk has a potential for show. He's got skills, but camera time in the States is what he's missing. That's what I'm saying. See, shout out to Abel. You get what I'm saying. I say stuff bluntly, and maybe that's why people think I'm being like whatever. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see. Usyk is a good fighter. I've never taken that away from him, but he's not somebody that moves the needle like he's doing. Like you could just put him in the States. Like we'll see what his fight in Maryland when Takam does. I'm talking about viewership, not just asses in the seats. DAZN don't even release their numbers, so we'll see if they do it after Canelo Jacobs. So to me, like I said, the original statement that I was making is Joshua. He don't really, outside of Wilder and Fury and Luis Ortiz, he don't really have many options that are really plausible without working with other promoters that I think make for interesting fights. And I don't feel like he does enough promotion-wise to, he's relatively boring for, promotion-wise. So he doesn't even have that to fall back for. Like Wilder has a spark. He has the charisma. He has the, I'm not even trying to be rude. Put it this way. Would you rather see Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale all access, or AJ versus Dominic Breazeale all access? Because there's a mutual opponent. Which one, if you had to guess, which one would you say would be the better one? What do you think would have the more entertainment value? If you had to take a wild guess. Wilder for sure. Bomb Squad. Exactly. AJ has a boring personality. That's what I'm saying. So that's the other thing that Wilder has going for himself. He can make something that, he can make it into a bigger event just off of charisma. Like Dominic Breazeale is his mandatory, but him doing that Mortal Kombat, I swear, I promise you, I'm a Mortal Kombat. You ABC, up down, left, right. Him doing that extra shit is gonna push it over the edge. Versus if AJ was fighting somebody who is, lackluster, or people didn't really want him to see him fight, it's just going to be the fight. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, let's say AJ fights Kubrat Pulev. You're just getting the fight. You're not going to really get no immense buildup between Kubrat Pulev unless you get Jin Sushi or something to walk out with AJ, some stupid shit. Wilder be doing viral memes and viral knockouts, like, to this day, like stuff like that. Joshua doesn't really have that. He not even really being, considering how bad Gerald Miller messed up, he took the high road. Oh, I'm not going to kick a man while he's down. What goes around comes around, So I hope he learns his lesson. It's mad. I'm not gonna kick a man when he's down. It's the same. Like, I know for a fact if Wilder was finna fight Gerald Miller, and Gerald Miller had HGH and ecstasy and Molly and all this shit, whatever the fuck, if he had all this this Percocets and all this shit in his system, the amphetamine and all that, whatever the fuck this shit, G14 classified, all that C3PO and Thanos sauce. If he had all that, what I'm saying, that Wi-Fi and all that shit in his system, I guarantee you Wilder wouldn't take the high road and be like, I'm not gonna kick Gerald Miller when he's down. Wilder would he would address the public and he would go in on Gerald Miller. We know. Come on, you have to know the personality. Wilder would be like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. After all this time, I just made an appointment with my hair braider. I was finna walk out with 50 Cent. I blessed you. And you didn't even sneeze. And I gave you the opportunity to face me, the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder, for this prestigious WBC of belts. And you couldn't even stay clean. Oh my God, why does this keep happening to me? And instead of fighting me and giving me the fair one, you decided to do like Chris Rock in New Jack City. You was on some Pookie shit. You wanted all the advantages to yourself, and that was selfish. You thought you was Pookie and New Jack in the Carter because you had all these different components and these things in your system. Bovada didn't miss them. Oh my God, why does this keep happening to me? To this day. That's how Wilder would do it. That's how Wilder would do this. Oh my God. No. And I knew you was a cheat. You probably cheated on all your math tests. You didn't know 2 + 2. You thought the answer was 8. And I promise you was about to get 8 June 1st. But you had decided that you needed all of the extra advantages that you could get. I'm so frustrated. Shout out to Alabama Tuscaloosa. I'm the WBC champion of the world. Deontay the Bronx. You know Wilder for the dude hella shit. That motherfucker would not just be like, I'm not gonna kick him, man. That's what I'm saying. Joshua has like a Grey Poupon type personality. You know what I mean? Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Like, that's cool. Maybe that's what the UK wants. You know, oh, he's nice and classy, you know? He's a real humble, no hostility. He's a humble guy. Hey, Jen. This Anthony Joshua fella. Hand me my pipe. I like him. Joshua, he said, I'm not going to kick another man while he's down. Bring the ginger ale. Like, what? This shit boring, bro. Joshua, he's exciting to watch, but he don't have no, like, you know, that Conor McGregor, that Broner, that Mayweather, that Roy Jones. Roy Jones used to cuss your ass out. Larry Merchant, you said before the fight you didn't want to go back to the old RJ. What do you mean? I already told you. Didn't I just say that? Because it takes some time. Take something from me, I'm coming to get back. You beat me. I say, okay, we had a good night. I'm still coming to get it back. But if you take it this honestly, I'm coming to get back. Pizza, cola, and steel. I told you I didn't want to go back to old RJ. I would have killed that boy by mistake. That's how Roy would do it. You know what I'm saying? Roy has swaggy. You know, he acted like he didn't want to be there. Yeah, I just say that. You know, I knew he wouldn't be no challenge for me. You know, I played a little basketball. Hoop. Shot to alley-oop. Knew he couldn't fuck with me. Joshua don't do that. Joshua don't really sell. You know. I love Roy, bro. I like when he break down. He could break down anything. Politics. You see Donald Trump. They say Donald Trump working with the Russian. All of a sudden, Putin, he influenced the election. You a black president in America. Donald Trump, he did it. He was the Russian. Obama couldn't do that. I told you, Barack Obama, he couldn't do that. He had eyes on it all the time. He couldn't do that. But Donald Trump, he worked with the Russians. Didn't I just say that? Okay. You see Michelle Obama, she was first lady. Her and Barack Obama, they want to see birth certificate. Try to get the birth certificate. You know, they couldn't work with the Russians. Didn't I just say that? Donald Trump, he could do that. He got the skin. He got the hair. Hair, whoop. He got the hair like, whoop. Chicken fight. Told y'all chicken fight. And still, Donald Trump got the toupee. He can do that. Barack Obama got a little fade. He got Caesar. Got a little tape on the side. Black man. Obama couldn't do that. Barack Obama couldn't do that. But Donald Trump, he different. Donald Trump, he had millions. Donald Trump had the money for him. That's how Roy. Roy is a G, bro. Now, Danny Jacobs can't get on a bite. You got to establish Jack. You don't want to establish Jack, Canelo, he bad. He bad. Canelo gonna get you. You see what he did with Rockefeller? Don't do that. Told Rockefeller he looked like Aaron Rodgers. All of a sudden, he ain't playing for Green Bay Packers no more. Did I just say that? Rockefeller don't want to play for. He don't want to play for the Green Bay Packers no more. Canelo hit him with the body. Bah, booyah. Now, all of a sudden, Rockefeller didn't want to play that. He don't want to play that. He run on the ground. He looking at the court. He didn't want to continue. Amir Khan, Terrence Crawford, he didn't want to continue. He looked at Virgil like, give me the hell out. I don't want to be in it. Terrence Crawford, that boy Bud, he tried to smoke me like Bud. Okay. That's Amir Khan need to apologize. He spent $75. I spent all my money. Hope for a good fight. Each, all that. Yeah, all the speed. Terrence Crawford, he just a different animal. He a beast. He from Omaha, home of Warren Buffett. Amir Khan got it in there getting outboxed. He knew he was getting it at me. Didn't I just say that? Shout out to Daryl. Let's get it. He said Michael John White said we had a black and an orange president. Hey, he wildin', bro. Didn't I just say that? We got an orange. Motherfucker, he orange. He look like a cutie. I ain't talking about a cutie on the street. I'm talking about them little tangerine, you know, with the little blue net. He look like a cutie. Motherfucker look like orange tangerine. American Dream, he look like a tangerine. I swear to God. That motherfucker look like a cutie orange, bro. And his eyes look like he was wearing Scuba Steve goggles. Donald Trump look horrendous, bro. Donald Trump, he look like tangerine. Grapefruit looking motherfucker. Okay then. Yeah, Danny got to establish that jizzab. Anyway, the vampire stream. I got to finish.